Okay, I'm ready.
Cool.
Hi.
I
Everyone here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
Wait, was that Roy?
Yes.
Oh, he actually came back in here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready whenever you are.
I'm eating. It took so long, I decided to start eating.
Do you want to wait until I'm done with that, or just go on?
I don't want to wait any longer.
Okay. Alrighty. So, when last we left off, the party had come over a hill looking upon Dalma Castle. Only to their surprise, it is not a ruin like Vorl said it was. It's a nice, pristine structure, a shining paragon of a castle in white stone. Hello, Remy.
It wasn't like that when I got
There
here.
you go, Remy.
As we
Sure
all
it
look-
wasn't.
I look over at Voro and give him a suspicious eye look.
Hey, you guys had it raining blood a few days ago. Shut the hell up.
Yeah, but normally that's a normal thing around me. Usually it does rain blood.
What about
Yeah.
frogs?
That's different.
And sometimes it rains blood frogs.
Those are always
Yes, hello, Remy.
really hard to deal with.
Aren't those an actual animal?
They very well could be. I know there's a toad that shoots its own blood from its eyes or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I think
I thought that was a lizard.
That's a certain breed of tree frog, I believe.
Anyways, then we were looking at the temple. What do you guys want to do? Do we want to go in automatically?
I was gonna fly around it and see if it was just because of aerial view or something.
All right.
So yeah, I was gonna fly above it, just fly around it, keep a safe distance from it.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see here.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna grab a drink quickly.
All right.
Sweet. Magica is like $5 today. I am so grabbing that. Sorry, just stopped playing Team Fortress 2, and that was the first thing to come up, so I'm just like, fuck yeah, I want Magica.
I purchased that, played it for a few days, and
Mage Suicide Simulator.
I don't know if we're talking about the same Magicka. Magicka I played, all you have to do is stack the rock spell, stack the rock ability 5 times, and it kills everything.
So? Fucking the Mage Suicide Simulator, man. I'm on the wrong map.
Ooh. Okay, Grim, you do not see anything remotely resembling a ruin. As a matter of fact, it looks quite inhabited, and there are guards on the walls. They point up at the dragon flying overhead and loose a few arrows. None of them come close to hitting you, but still.
You also see a dire sandwich in the throne room.
Humans or what? That's a perception in case you needed it. Too
Perception.
bad Jeremy is not within 40 feet. Jeremy would see the hell out of everything.
Yeah, you would.
Not they're humanoid, but they are not human. You think they might be elven, possibly light-skinned orcish, but you'd have to come up closer to be sure. And
Alright.
closer means being filled with arrows.
Hell yeah.
All right, I'm gonna.
How many
walk up.
guards are we talking about is one thing I'm curious about.
Let me think.
I'm probably not going to go up closer anyways, but just a general idea of how...
Perhaps Well, the castle is laid out in a pentagonal formation, and let's see, assume approximately. Let's see, 4, 4, 4, 4.
Water. Life-giving
Assume
water.
approximately.
Pure good
Assume
times.
somewhere between 40 and 60 guards on the walls, possibly more inside the castle.
That sounds like a fun fight.
Okay, I'm going to go back. Could they see it all? Because we were looking at it from a distance, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm?
Did they see it all, the people shooting arrows at me? The party.
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but it's now not a ruin, and people are in it. And shooting
Oh.
things at me.
Well, let's go up and see who's there.
Keep in mind, they were shooting things at me.
Well, that's
Keep
because
it-
you're a dragon.
They were still shooting things at me, though.
You're still a dragon.
I was gonna say, you forgot the point of dragon.
What, do you just treat every dragon like a criminal?
Yes.
Yeah,
Most of the
kind of.
ti- Most of the time, most dragons come down with fire breathing onto the villagers. That's the usual perception of dragons here.
Yeah, and,
Terminating the
and most of the
countryside.
times humans come into our homes to kill us and steal our shit. What do you got to say about that?
Hey, generally we have a reason to come into your place and kill you because you're generally terrorizing us.
Burninating the countryside.
Alright,
now we
Burninating the
climb an entire
peasants.
mountain to come attack my mom for, gold.
Burninating all the peoples in their thatched roof
Alright, alright.
cottages.
Enough of this.
Thatched roof
Enough of this
cottages.
Fun.
Enough of this silliness. I'm gonna go actually up in front of the castle.
Okay.
We're also gonna pout and walk behind him.
Max is going to tell him to get over himself and then follow.
Yeah, the emo guy is telling you stop being emo.
My guy's not emo.
I am driving the cart to follow them.
He just looks.
Okay. You
What
approach.
map are we on, by the way?
You guys would be on dum dum dum.
Switch map and center. That'd be the best way.
You would.
Because you're going to need to do that anyway.
You'd be essentially on the border between X Plains and.
Oh, I didn't load the friggin' castle yet. God dang it.
Dalmo first floor.
Okay.
First floor.
Uh,
Housewares. Not ruins. Guards and arrows.
Alright, so I'm gonna go to the. So I'm gonna.
for
Not walk
handballs,
up.
hand grenades, and horseshoes.
I'm gonna go up to the gate and say, "Hail! Hail to anybody who is there!"
Several guards in red armor peer down at you from atop a battlement just above the front gate.
Here's the part where I want them to all be French.
No, thank you. We've already got one. It's very nice. Calls down at you. Who goes there?
My name is Halsverd. I am a cleric of Gorum.
We all have our problems. No, that wasn't in game.
I was gonna say.
that
That's probably
that laugh
not
would have
decorum.
been in character.
And I'm Boroketh, and you shot arrows at me.
You travel with the dragon. Do you serve the Earth Scourge of the Forest?
I just met these guys.
No.
No, we just learned about those people. Or dragons, or whatever.
No,
Or dragon
I
people.
am a servant of Gorum. I serve no other.
There's some whispering on the tower. If you want to make this a perception check.
1 second. Can someone... Vaughn, can you just impersonate and do it for me while I'm trying to load up this castle? Because it's taking a while.
Can you do it?
I
Can you?
I don't
Yeah.
have my character on here.
Well, copy paste.
I'm not the one who has
Okay,
it.
so Jeremy's getting crits. Are they within 40 feet?
It's
I don't
possible.
see shit.
Well, that depends on whether Jeremy's roll is legitimate or not, because Jeremy can't hear past 40 feet.
Well,
No,
you
you
can. You hear them whispering, saying, "Gorham, isn't that something to do with some sort of ring?"
Gorum is the lord of battle, the master of
Did you even do a
steel.
perception check to hear that?
There we go.
Yeah, and he didn't. He botched it. He didn't not anywhere close enough to hear it. The other guards say, "No, isn't
And
that,
there's
isn't
my
that-"
there's my perception. So
Yeah,
Why
that's
do I
enough
not
to hear
see
it.
anyone else's perception? I think Maptos might have just frozen. Might have disconnected me.
It might slow. Yep, it just disconnected you.
I just exited it to try and restart it.
I
Alright.
guess
The map wasn't
I guess-
loading any further, and the only rolls I could see were when you impersonated my dragon. So,
Alright.
Anyway, one of the guards atop the roof, the battlement says, "Gorham, isn't that something to do with some guy with her?" And the other guy says, "No, that's the things the wizards animate, with the
I
stone
think
and
it's
the
some
metal."
god of breaking things. Gonna yell up there.
Yeah, it
I
could be
slap
that.
you across the back of the head.
Gorum,
Gorum is the god of battle, the master
breaking
of
things.
steel, the master of steel.
Oh,
He
he's the
be-
man of
he
steel
prays
now?
those who fight.
look, we don't take door-to-door religious solicitors here. Thank you. Take your preaching to Petalburg, if you please.
I am not interested in preaching. I am interested in what this castle is doing here. For my friend says that it was nothing more than a ruin a while ago.
More whispering. Has your friend been eating funny mushrooms?
Possibly, I do not know. He is a
I-
dragon.
Wouldn't
I don't know what they eat.
Here's the thing. Do they actually record? Are you actually having it that they record years here?
Huh?
Is there a record of years?
What do you mean?
You know, BCAD.
Like, do they have a calendar?
Yeah.
Are you thinking you went back in time or forward in time?
I'm thinking they went forward in time, and I'm trying to ask you if they have a calendar before I'm going to ask them what. year it is.
Yeah. Let's say there's a standard calendar. Pardon me, sir. Do you have the year?
Do you happen to know what year it is? I've been in the plane of ice for a while. There's not really a sun to keep track of.
More whispering. Look, are you guys summoned monsters or something?
do I
Does-
look like a monster?
You
No, you-
insult a servant of Gorum?
If we want to insult you, we would be doing it more creatively. Thank you very much.
I am
I
not
would
measly
appreciate
mon-
that. I like insults creative.
Can you
I'm-
answer me, please?
Hold on 1 second. I might be being talked to.
All right.
Oh well, the castle's occupied. Let's go.
All right. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna cast a detect magic.
Yeah, I don't. No, I have spell magic. It's the spell magic that I don't have. Oh yeah, actually, don't even bother casting that. I can just do the detect psionics without casting anything.
Okay.
Yep, that's psionics.
Okay, I'm
I
back.
want to detect magic.
Again, magic psionic transparency, detect magic, and detect psionics are the exact same thing.
Pretty
Magic
much, yeah.
detects psionic detects magic.
Well, technically it is. Well, technically it's a cantrip, so I don't have to worry about casting it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's basically the exact same thing for me. So, yeah,
It's better
let's
to
just
get
both
dual-
use. Let's just both use detect magic, basically.
Okay. You detect magic, and you notice that there appears to be a pretty hefty barrier magically surrounding the castle.
Oh, I need to connect with you guys. 1 second.
Interesting. Young
Be right back.
guards,
Keep
do you
going.
know that there is a barrier between your castle? There is a barrier between you and your land and this castle.
Of course there is. How do you think we deal with the friggin' fire-breathing dragons?
Spellcraft.
Arrows?
Spellcraft
Arrows
on
and
the.
swords, the way Gorham tells you to.
I'm gonna actually do a spellcraft on the force field that I have recently learned of.
Well, you can tell there's definitely some sort of defensive components for the elements, like, say, protecting the castle and the walls from a dragon's fire breath, or any elemental breath. It's a pretty hefty piece of work.
All right,
Okay, so
that right. Then.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
oh, we just did that.
Oh,
Yep.
well, I was in the bathroom, so I didn't hear.
1 second.
Okay.
Well,
I asked-
cast to detect magic. There's a force field around it. That's basically all we learned.
Okay. Can I get a knowledge arcana then?
Well,
Should've been
it's not
last
knowledge
weekend.
arcana, it's
I know.
spellcraft, I
Punch.
believe, to figure out what it is, and I did it. It's basically supposed to defend against elemental stuff in case of dragon breath, basically.
Well, let her do it.
That is
simply-
horrible.
Yeah, she can do it too, but I just wanted to tell him what I learned already.
All right.
Okay. Sorry. Back again.
All right,
Brother
I'm
wanted to
going-
show me his $50 worth of fireworks that he bought.
Well, okay, I'm gonna roll spellcraft on the thing.
Real
I got a
fireworks or
30.
legal fireworks?
Well, they're legal in North Dakota, and generally Minnesota. We're rural, so
Anyway,
no
moving on.
one
just
gives a
below.
fuck.
I'm just
Spellcraft.
gonna walk up to the gate and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
can
so
we?
tell me about that
Can I
force.
get one of you guys to come down here? It's annoying to keep yelling."
Okay. One at a time, please.
Okay,
Do you want me to roll a knowledge arcana too?
No, spellcraft will suffice.
1 second. I'm going to disconnect and delete the stupid.
Flash.
Yeah, because nothing is loading. It just stops.
If you're gonna do that, I'm gonna ask. We come from a town called Point Cedar.
We come from a land down under.
It was control what to just highlight everything?
Control A.
We have need for food in that town.
Okay. One at a time. I was about to answer Tessa's
Alright, sorry.
spellcraft thing. It is without a doubt the most highly powered, intricate, magical barrier you've ever seen.
I'm gonna poke.
Okay. Anything else, or is that all the 30?
It's difficult to see at a distance because the work of it is so intricate, but you can see that it is mostly mostly abjuration, defensive type of spells.
Okay. Where exactly is it surrounding the castle?
It's surrounding the castle. If you...
Since I'm standing right by it, I got out of the cart and all that. I don't know if you heard me over Grim, but I'm gonna get as close to the barrier as I can without them shooting at me, and I'm gonna take a good, nice, long, and good look at it.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, most of it's a barrier of some sort.
Okay.
But there are also tangential elements, tangential components that
Okay.
look like the Conjuration School.
Well, I am a conjurationalist. So, can I pick out any of the conjuration stuff, or is it way up above me?
No, it is an absolutely incredible piece of magical work. You think you could possibly spend your entire life dedicating yourself to actually studying the damn thing if you wanted to.
God.
And that's an elven life.
Yep.
All right.
It looks like a piece of... It's in out of game terms, it looks like a piece of epic level spellcasting.
Alright.
Okay, well, I think it's time to scientifically test this. I'm going to grab a stick. And I'm going to poke the barrier.
The stick passes absolutely harmlessly through the barrier.
I already said I was going to go poke it.
Okay.
Poke the possibly deadly barrier.
Okay, so the stick went through it just fine.
Stick goes through it just fine.
Okay. I'm going to tell the cleric.
The guards...
I'm going to touch... What?
The guards call down, "It's purely a defensive barrier. You can touch it."
Okay.
As I am already doing.
I'm going to walk through it.
You feel a little bit of a tingle. But aside from that, going from one side to the other, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So can one of you guys come on down so we can stop yelling? We're very civil. At least, I think we are. I just met these guys.
Okay, guys. When you guys loaded up the map, did it just stop on 12 and take a while? Because it's not going past 12 for me even when I deleted the cache.
It tends to take a while because I've got really relatively big PNG files functioning for the map.
Okay, well, hopefully it loads up. I'm just keeping it on this, but I don't know. It's taken a while.
When Kevin and I tested it out, it took like 2 or 3 minutes from start load to finish. So depending on your connection and depending on mine, it might take
computer, which
it
sucks.
might take upwards of 5. So.
Oh, okay, it finally moved. Okay, I feel better.
Yeah, I've got 10 meg download,
yes.
and it took 2 to 3 minutes, so...
Yeah, I only have 60K upload. So...
You know, better yet, can I just come up there?
No, stay down there, dragon.
Oh, do you mind bringing
We
someone
don't
down?
like your kind round here.
We don't take kindly to people who don't take kindly around here.
Okay, may we come inside and talk to someone? We'll leave the dragon outside.
Hey,
I'm okay with those terms.
We've sent for the Castle Magus. She'll be arriving shortly.
Cool, thanks.
And a few minutes later...
And then we wait for a minute. So how was your day?
I'm gonna go. One thing, I'm gonna go through the through the barrier. I'm going to use detect magic on the castle itself.
Castle itself is decidedly not magical.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my lawn chair and sit on the lawn chair.
Unless you think blood, sweat, and tears are magic, it's not magic.
I was just making sure that the force field wasn't actually just getting in the way of noticing a magic effect on the castle itself. Because if it's epic level, I would have a feeling it could interfere with that.
Nope, nothing on the castle.
You don't really notice the dinky little magic thing in front of the huge epic level barrier.
A few minutes later, an elven woman with a tall, thin elven woman.
Oh, there we go.
The frail build, long purple hair, pair of glasses. As the sleeves of her robe looked rolled up. Looks like she was interrupted in the middle of something, and she's not particularly happy about it.
There we go. Now I have my dragon up here.
If you guys can move in, but not past that overhang there, that bridge.
Not past this bridge right here. Is that
Yep.
taken? Does that include me?
Yeah, that includes you, dragon. Well,
My name is Vorl. You don't have to keep calling me dragon.
His name is beautiful. But we just call him V.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use missive and send just a mental message. Shut up.
No.
so
It's one of my 0 level spells, just like a one-way message.
what have a lot of you decided to bother me on this busiest of days in order to accomplish? Glares at the lot of you.
I don't know. I just found them and they were traveling this way, so.
We are.
Well, okay. First, did you happen to notice the... And by the way, no, I did not eat any mushrooms before I say this. Did you happen to notice the city that fell from the sky, a few miles out?
I did happen to detect some seismic activity via my daily conversations with the local earth elementals, yes. I had assumed it was merely a meteoric impact.
Well, when an entire city crashes, it might as well be, I guess.
Perception check.
Okay. One second. Gotta impersonate first. And...
Max and Vorl hear some of the guards up there snickering. I wonder if he was piloting the city. Yeah, he was eating them funny mushrooms and piloting the city. Ran it right into the ground. Some snickering up amongst the guards.
Hey, shut up there!
Max snickers as well.
Punch Max.
Dodge.
So I may take it that we have a city filled with civilians in the midst of a three-way war.
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds like what they've been telling me.
That would be correct. Do you have some type of, some type of illusion
Restroom,
on
it's
this?
down the hall to the left.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Do you have some type of illusion that you normally put on this? Buddy, go! Shoot. Illusion that you normally put on this castle or something?
No, they know it's here. We know it's here. And no matter what sort of illusion one would put on a castle, one will know it's here.
Well, it's not the fact that we knew that a castle was here. We knew the fact the castle was here. It was the fact that the castle looked like it was in ruins.
I can see why the guards believe you've been eating funny mushrooms.
Look, I got teleported from the plane of ice. Weird shit's been going on.
It's been raining blood, which is normal for me, but...
Yes, and frogs.
Raining
For
blood,
about 5 minutes,
mass hysteria, dogs and cats living together, you know the drill.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Internet high five.
Definitely.
Anyways,
Yes, we've witnessed the rain of blood and frogs. 5 minutes one afternoon, it actually shifted to salamanders.
Didn't notice that one.
Salamanders. That's new.
so the fact that so I find it kind of so forgive me if your castle for the time that I was flying overhead looked like that it was destroyed.
Really? Salamanders. You know, where I was, all I got were newts.
A newt?
But it got
Yes,
better.
a newt.
Anyways,
Okay, now I'm hearing somebody's fan or something.
Yeah, that's mine. This mic is a little more sensitive than normal than my
Alright.
other one.
Alright,
I'm sorry, there's not much I can do about it.
uh,
I'll go to push to talk if it's really that bad.
we ask you for your help because the town is going to need supplies.
by the way, detect detect magic on her.
Well, she's got some magical stuff on her. Being a mage and all. Looks like she's made a lot of her own gear, as there are similarities between the magical fields of all her items.
Just trying to make sure we're not just
Talking
fooled
to
into thinking that they're human.
Talking.
Something.
It's an optical illusion. Nope, perfectly normal.
Alright. I like I said, I asked him if we could help out. You could help out our little village that needs supplies.
She seems to ponder it for a moment. Well, with the undead to the west of us, the dragons to the east, and the aberrants on the plains, we ourselves are finding it rather difficult to acquire proper nutrition.
So you're saying that this war is affecting everybody?
Yes, it is.
And I gotta ask. You seem to be a castle with no towns around it.
Yeah, I was
You-
just wondering
What is
that myself.
Why is that here?
Castle Dalma was founded as a trading post between as a front for the dwarven mine in the mountains. When the mine...
Really, an elf working for a dwarf? That's...
Oh no, the dwarves left long ago.
Oh, okay.
As dwarves are wont to do with their despoiling ways, they dug too deeply and greedily, hit the Underdark, and released the plague of aberrance upon our lands.
Well, that's always pleasant.
Isn't it, though?
So where are the undead from, then?
I do believe that...
Oh, you didn't see the undead warehouse about 3 miles that way? It was all the rage. So many people.
I do believe that a necromancer was drawn here of great power due to the continuous struggle between the aberrants, ourselves, and the dragons. The power, the amount of death and negative energy generated by these wars would act as a beacon to a
I
necromancer.
look over to the group and I say calmly, do you know who this lord is? Because I think we might have met him.
There are
Blink.
there
Blink.
There are a lot of necromancers out there, dude.
there are a great many that refer to themselves as lords.
Yeah, but the one
The-
we've been seeing around has attacked our village.
A pity.
Yeah, I don't think the description of a skeleton in a robe would give you enough to go by.
My guy has no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Skeleton
His
in a
name was
robe.
Lord Crimson, if that rings any bells.
Ah, yes, Crimson. It's one of the lesser so-called Lords of Undeath from the Necropolis.
Lesser.
Lesser. Seemingly in mockery of the Aberration's leader, the White Duke. They refer to themselves under various chromatic pseudonyms. For example, the leader of the undead is always referred to as the Black Emperor.
So they use chromatic names to taunt the dragons, and the royal royal terms to taunt the aberrations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, they just love pissing people off, don't they?
Yes, they do. Necromancers, by their very nature, tend to be quite contrarian.
May we come inside and talk to like an official or a kingsman?
I am.
Because I may think that we may be able to help with such adversaries.
That would be quite wonderful. I am the acting captain of the guard, what remains of it, and I'm trying to figure out a term for the guy in charge. I'm trying to figure out what I should make him. Like Baron, Duke, not a king because it's only a fort.
It's usually a duke or baron.
Okay. Baron Laurel is up in his office. I suppose we might go to meet him.
It'd be a very pleasure, Maidman, captain of the guard, as he bows to her.
I'm gonna have my psi crystal go off and explore a little.
She looks down at it. If you could, do keep your pets from wandering.
We'll try to.
Then she looks at the dragon. That one as well.
I'm not a pet.
That's who I was referring to. Who are you talking about?
You know, I could probably roast you by breathing.
Actually,
I don't think
roast
so.
is
Not with that
people.
barrier up.
Yes, draconic breath is greatly weakened within the outer barrier. If you would come this way, I shall introduce the lot of you to Baron Laurel. She motions further into the place. Getting rid of the dire sandwich on the throne.
Ooh, can I add that? I haven't
Oh,
eaten
now
all
it's
day.
a dire sandwich.
It's just a TF2 habit that I call sandwich.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go grab something to eat real quick. Just keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Don't mind me.
All right.
I swear, if one more person refers to me as a pet, just muttering.
Come on, Snuffles.
You know, when this is over, I'm going to kill you.
Probably.
Draconic plots. They start out so young, but never innocent. And you guys are led up into the throne room, past thrones, up the second floor, which looks
Oh, god dang it. I have to align that exactly. I can't just.
Oh, by the way, center this for Casey's.
Okay. Up to the second floor.
Oh god, now I have to load more.
Loading.
Tell me when the second floor is loaded.
I'll probably be the last one to have it loaded. Does it matter?
No, not really.
So the second floor, we're here in the...
Out of curiosity, was there just a really good perception roll, or was it just too obvious from the fact that it's just out in the open?
It's just out in the open. There is literally nowhere it can hide.
Well, it can scurry past, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
So are we in this middle room on the second floor with, like, the table?
Yep, it looks like a banquet hall, bit of a library. Looks like a table for planning battles. And a tall man in gold and crimson armor is seated at the... Somebody snickering, or is that just a...
I think that's the fan you're hearing.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. A tall man dressed in gold and crimson armor, looking over maps and a little bit.
I just turned the fan down.
Looking over maps and the layout of scouted troop positions and such. He's just looking at it and shaking his head. Stalemate as ever.
One second. Let me. I want to use this. I'm using auto hypnosis for memorizing it. Trying to memorize the map, so I can copy it down later. Also, memorizing the positions.
1 second. Yay. All right. We didn't go to Sam's Club, so I didn't get.
If you need, I can send you the skill.
Sorry, what?
If you need, I can send you the skill. I don't know if you've read auto hypnosis.
Yeah, I haven't read auto hypnosis.
Okay. It doesn't do that much, but one of the more useful things is
it killed David Carradine, by the way.
It'll allow you to memorize things.
Auto hypnosis. Oh, wait, no. That was something different. Never mind.
I already got the page up. I'll just send it to you now.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, what's loading?
Second floor.
Oh, okay. Oh, what did I miss? Why are we going to the second floor?
We went up to talk with the Duke, I think it was.
Baron Laurel.
Yeah, for some reason, every other map except for this one will load for me. This one's stuck at 4 out of 6.
Yeah, that's what it did with the first floor for me, and it's doing that with the second floor for me as well. It's probably just going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a bit, probably, because you're all trying to download the 1 megabyte PNG file from my computer at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so memorization, yay.
Yay!
What did I miss? Just going upstairs?
Yeah,
just going upstairs. You were here for the Magus lady, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, she's invited everyone in and is taking them up to see the Duke, who is standing in his war room, looking over the table, fiddling with like some miniatures on a map representing the area and troop deployments and such. He shakes his head, sighs, and says, "Still stuck at stalemate, eh, Sheila?" Looking over to the newly arrived Magus. He squints, looking past her. "Ah, you've brought friends. Care to introduce me?"
I'm gonna wave at
She
him.
rolls her eyes. This motley crew seems to have wandered into our gate, sir. They claim that they are from a town to the south that floated here and crashed during the storms 2 weeks ago. Laurel nods. Yes, those horrible storms. I'm still finding frogs in the strangest places in my room.
Seriously, what's with everybody getting frogs and salamanders? I got freaking newts.
My guess is that it's some sort of amphibian native in geography to the area. Also partially a psychological phenomenon utilizing the inherent fear of the reptilian and slimy, as well as their traditional connotations with witches.
I'm not usually afraid of newts. I'm actually on fairly good terms with most newts.
Some people
I
aren't.
kind of like these people. They sound way smarter than you guys. In character, out loud.
Tessa just glares at
Shut
you.
up, Fluffles.
Sheila Mutters doesn't seem to be particularly difficult.
I just say, shut up, Fluffles. To him. Oh, there we go, it's loaded.
I should have just broke the branch you were laying on.
Anyways, my name is Hosved.
Oh, there we go.
I
got
no
5
idea
out
where
of
on
6
the
now.
map we are.
We are all transported here from from our world, from our homes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
so-
could, once we're all loaded up, center map.
I don't know when you're all loaded up.
I'm loaded.
Yeah, it'd probably depend on how long it took.
Okay, I see where we are.
Right
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Yep. You're in the middle of the room there.
As I put up my hands and say, I am Hosved, cleric of Gorum. We have just wandered into this land due to these dramatic storms, and I've been caught in the middle of this trifle as we're trying to protect the village of Point Cedar.
Trifle. The Baron smiles. That's a good one. I need to write that down. Trifle. Very nice pun. 3-sided war. Four-sided war.
Or very weird.
I take it you're the fourth side.
Yeah, we seem to be stuck in the middle of all the trouble. We're in just about the geographic center between the undead, the aberrations in the Underdark mine, and the bloody dragons. No offense to you, sir.
None taken. You're talking about the chromatics anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask the Magus lady if there's a library in this castle so that after we're done talking to the Duke, if I can go over the library for just a little bit.
Down the hall to the left.
Oh, thank you.
And actually, that actually is the case.
Down the hall.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the library?
Yeah, the actual castle library. Yeah.
How come he can wander around and Jeremy can? I'm gonna motion my.
Well,
psychic.
he hasn't wandered off yet. Anyway, the Duke claps his hands. So, what are the lot of you skilled in?
Killing things.
Apparently, adventurers of some sort.
I skill myself in an art called soul weaving.
I'm a dragon. I'm sure you can figure out what I'm sure you can guess what I do.
I'm a cleric of the Lord of Battle.
Scurrying about on 4 legs, making off with shiny things. Ho, 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 ho.
Besides that,
I am a weaver of the arcane arts, and I make things.
2 weavers. Sheila, do we have any tapestries that need mending? She rolls
You're
her
very
eyes.
funny.
No, my lord, we have no tapestries in need of mending.
Someone sounds like she's tired of
Socks,
being.
socks, perhaps. Do we have any socks filled with holes? No more than we can already handle, my lord.
No more than we can already. I'm going to strangle you in 5 seconds.
It would be rather difficult because she's got this whole skinny elven mage arms thing going, and he's wearing full plate armor with a gorget.
No, she's magic. I'm sure she can find a way. And large
Gorget.
force strangle.
Force choke.
Force choke. I was just going with a large person and pick him up, but...
But anyways, we wish to help you out, as well as the people in this town. They're gonna against these people as well.
Your town. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
When the hell did we offer help?
We are here. We might as well help. And besides, there's nothing wrong with a little conflict to resolve issues.
I'm still trying to figure out why this place was a ruin a week ago.
You saying that in character?
Yeah.
The
Alright,
Baron looks at Vorl. A ruin, you say?
Yes, I flew over this place a week ago, and it was absolutely desolate and destroyed. I come today, and today it's perfectly fine. In fact, I passed over this multiple times, and it seemed to be completely destroyed.
Well, you were flying in a westernly direction from the swamps. There do tend to be... It's that time of year for spore blooms.
I never actually went to the swamps. Too many things flying around there.
No, it doesn't matter. You get a nice good wind blowing from the southeast in a northwesterly direction. It swoops up the fungal spores right from that rotting mess.
Okay, let me look up what my sense motive is, and if I could ask other people to do that as well, because I know my sense motive is worthless.
Oh, I have an amazing sense motive.
Okay, then roll it.
18.
He is absolutely positively telling the truth. Though he might be embellishing the whole spore thing for humor. You get the hint that with the guard saying it, the funny mushrooms thing may be a running gag with the Baron.
I believe everything.
And you don't catch the social dynamic of the in-joke of the funny mushrooms. You just stand there being dense.
Duh.
I'll try it. Why not?
Funny colors, Eddie.
Buttered toast.
Is that what he said, Sam?
Exact same as Darren. So.
Yep. Yeah. Telling
You
the
get
truth.
the in joke.
Get the in joke.
Yes. Yes. Mushrooms are hilarious.
Finish joke.
Not so funny when you get tricked into eating them, but hilarious every other time.
Especially if they're from the Underdark.
Shut up, Fluffy.
That wasn't in character. I don't even know if my character would know the Underdark exists. Judging from the fact that my dungeoneering is 0, I would think that I probably wouldn't.
Well, you might know there are civilizations that exist underground, but you might not know the Underdark by name.
Well, I also am not native to this plane. If I was native to this plane, I wouldn't say that would be too much of a stretch, but I'd need a knowledge check. No point in making it now.
Yep.
Anyways, as he said, as they all say that, I believe him fully.
Let's see. Adventurers.
I'm going. Okay. I'm gonna look at the crudely drawn map that I have and compare it to his map as well, seeing as apparently I'm being told that I most likely was just getting high off of mushrooms when I was making this map.
He's got a very good map of the area. Essentially, it's the world map that you see. There's also another map that shows the continent to the north of the island.
Okay. Well, what I'm wondering is the map that
your map is relatively accurate. His is done by a professional cartographer and looks all nice and pretty and has precise measured distances. Notations on the map talking about labeling all the places. You do notice that there are several
towns come up in like some sort of clockwork machinery.
Huh?
The town and village and cities come up in some sort of clockwork machinery that looks kind of awesome, and it comes with a great music instrumental as well.
Oh no! Point Seer is being attacked by 8 giant cabbages. I moved Arya since we're at the ruins right now. Look on his map, 8 giant cabbages are attacking the village. Anyway.
Point Cedar is not actually on his map yet.
I wouldn't figure. If it was, I'd be very suspicious of this, seeing as they did not seem to know about they did not seem to know about it.
Well, we tell them to add that. I tell them about your map is off a little bit since a new town is right here.
That puts you in the. Well, it does spare you from the aberrants. You are in the middle of the main path between the undead and the dragons. So, let's see.
Isn't that... wouldn't the undead be up here? I point towards the crypt.
Yes, but in order to move towards the forest, they cross right over us and right over you. Unfortunately, we are centered between the two fronts.
I figured they don't have to. I guess I'll just make a knowledge religion check. I guess. Okay. Do I know? I don't even think I need to make it anyways. But undead really don't have to breathe, do they?
I got the knowledge religion.
While there are some undead that fly, the vast majority of flying undead, be they incorporeal or vampires, tend to have some issue with sunlight, which makes it rather difficult for them to go overland or via the sea. So typically it would be land-based reanimants like skeletons and zombies and that sort of thing.
Which should be able to cross water, I believe.
Well, they can cross water. It's just that it's quicker to just march them across land rather than having them go in the river, go out to sea, go up another river.
Okay, that makes sense.
So let's see what we can do with a party of adventurers. We can't really spare the men to do much outside the fortress. We need everybody here to make sure.
I have to say, I'm kind of tired of that one line. I hear that I've heard that in every single game.
What line?
We aren't able to let. I understand
Yeah.
that it makes sense, especially for this situation. But every single game, it's always been, we don't have the men. We're sending you random people that we've never met before to go do this important task for us.
It's a common thing.
I know, it just irritates.